Drive through the streets of Green Bay, no tall buildings, quaint houses, and then boom, right there in the middle of the neighborhood is iconic Lambeau Field. Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. First carry for Josh Jacobs. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right away, they rack up 10 yards on their first play from scrimmage. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. In motion right, Dobbs. Here's Love. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
At the 30-yard line.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Ready. Set, cut.
Now Love. He's got a man complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 33 yards that time.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 38.
Chest steal. Ready.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs running left. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line. Defensively, Harrison Phillips there to stop him. From the 33, here's 2nd down and 5. Now a run. Here's the rookie from USC. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. The Packers are 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season. And they got off to the tough 0-2 start, but come off a very important first win of the season last time out.
And it's tough when you find yourself at an early season crossroads, but that's exactly where they were. At 0-2, they were thinking if we fall to 0-3, things can spin out of control. But now at 1-2, they shouldn't feel the need to press out there. They're now back in a good spot, find a way to win some games, and keep moving forward.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Let's go.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And the Vikings are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. Showed some strong running, but quickly corralled just beyond the 10-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. This defense for the Packers, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one good for 33 and a first.
Well, partner, I have to say they caught him in the right defense there. Nickel set. 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Looking to throw McCarthy. Complete. Jefferson the target. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. You look at this Packers defense. They were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
And the big thing for them was the interceptions. And you hear teams all the time talk about establishing themselves against the pass, no-fly zones and things of that nature. This group had a bunch of them in last week's game.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And he's got it inside the 10. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Jones. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. We're scoreless after 1. The Vikings with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they go to work on a 1st and goal. To the air with McCarthy. Caught on the right side by Jones. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Here's McCarthy. He'll find Jones again, complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. And the Packers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Come on, set.
They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Christian Watson, the man he was looking for.
That'll bring up 2nd down.
On the ready. Set, cut. 10 cycles. Ready.
Jacobs going to try the middle.
And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And foreseeing completion on 1st down, then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Across midfield, Christian Watson. Touchdown, Packers! Christian Watson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Packers post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Joseph connects on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Ultra, set. Hut.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Down. Ready.
2nd down, Jacobs once more. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. Love now. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And the Vikings are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Now a 2nd and 10. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Packers are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that, totally.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you throw this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Rashawn Gary that time fighting free and getting to the quarterback.
The competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first one of this game.
Over the middle, complete. It's Jones. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
It's a gain of 3, and it gets him to first.
First down, Minnesota.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, McCarthy. This one swung out here to Jones. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover it before he gets going?
Now McCarthy. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Powell. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Throwing is McCarthy. Jones has it. He's got room to roam. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. The pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
From the 4, it's second and a couple.
Up the middle, Jones. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2.
Quick throw complete.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
Justin Jefferson
from 4 yards out.
And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Charles, that's a pretty good response from a rookie quarterback. He's had his struggles in this game, including the interception on the last drive, but there he takes him down the field and puts it in the end zone.
I agree with everything you just said right there, and there's a silver lining to all of this, his resiliency, because let's face it, when things are going bad and you're a youngster, they often continue to go bad. But in his mind and his actions, he said, this stops right here. And how about the positive play he just turned in?
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And they're going to be backed up to start. A big hit there on the return. Stops him dead in his tracks.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
Now the ball comes loose, and the Vikings pick up the football. So they take over not only in enemy territory, but in the red zone at the 16-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll go again to Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room.
And that could be one of those turning point plays in a ball game. A field goal gets you the lead here, but they want to make a statement and get 6 points. And they're certainly going to get that opportunity as they get the conversion and set up first and goal.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
A final shot before break. McCarthy. And he's going to go down. So they pass up the field goal attempt to go for 6, but as a result, they leave points on the field, and that's going to do it for this first half. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee-wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. McCarthy. It got his man complete. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. A big play. For Minnesota, 53 yards.
This play is a thing of beauty when it works as designed because they let the running back slip out of the backfield and head down the sideline on a wheel route. Number one, it's easy for him to get lost. And number two, really tough for the linebacker to run with him. And this ball's right on the money and leads to a big play.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
40 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person is on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes and punching. And there's another first down run right there.
Now Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Back to throw. McCarthy. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17.
Lucas Van Ness getting free there to bring him down.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
3rd and goal and still a long way from the end zone.
Looking to throw. McCarthy. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Nothing open downfield. He had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
And his kick here is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. Well, they don't get a touchdown here in the opening drive of the third quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
They got 29 yards that time. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Check White. Ready?
A handoff, Jacobs running to the left. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him.
Ready.
And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
Love. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 28. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Let's go. Ultra. Go Ultra. Ready?
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Love looking to throw it. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Here's Jacobs. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Packers have retaken a third-quarter lead. Joseph connects on the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Vikings. Ty Chandler 70 yards. And the Vikings have taken the lead here in this third quarter. A try here for the extra point. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Throwing. Love. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jacobs. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Got that look from me there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. Back now at Lambeau. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready.
Going back to Love. This complete to the tight end, Tucker Kraft. It will be out of bounds just shy of the 40. First target, first catch, and a first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays.
Here we go. Set.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Set. Ready.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. He finds his man, complete. It's Reed. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Jaden Reed, his first touchdown on the year. And the Packers answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth quarter lead. Joseph connects on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. From the end zone, here comes Brandon Powell. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. And here's Ryan Wright now.
And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Ready.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Here we go. Blue striker. Set, huh?
To throw now. Here's Love. He'll go over the middle to Reed, complete. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4.
Let's go. Ready.
Now Love.
He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to have the Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the 4th quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
Here's Love. Cleaned out left to Downs. And the Packers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
I'll tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Ready.
Jacobs will score. Touchdown, Packers.
Oh, what a luxury it is to be able to call a bowling ball like Josh Jacobs down near the goal line. 5'10", 220 pounds, and he's not afraid to get in there and get the tough yards. He finishes off this drive with a touchdown run.
Joseph now to have the PAT. And that one pushes the lead up to 11.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game.
Here's 1st down. Looking to throw McCarthy. That's caught by Addison.
Gets by him, and now a little daylight. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
A 2 timeouts still remaining, but scoring quickly, a must. It's 1st and 10. Here's McCarthy. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
You get into these 2-minute drill situations and you've often got tired legs on the offensive line. But these defenders, they've been rotating in and out, and they're a little bit fresher and quicker. And the pressure there forced the incompletion.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
That was one they needed to connect on. They're down, but not quite out. So you have to figure, with under 2 minutes to play, they need to hit on something in very short order.
The Lambeau faithful making as much noise as they can. It's third down. That is caught. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 13-yard line.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
This is 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
To the air with McCarthy. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown. So a fourth-quarter pick six here, and that one might put this game out of reach, CD.
I certainly agree with that, partner, and I know one thing, though. That team that just got the pick six, they're going to keep playing until this one's over. Better be careful. They're looking to get another one.
Joseph connects on the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Greg Joseph to kick off for the Packers.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a fourth straight loss. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Okay, right?
2nd and 11 now.
Here we go. Here we go. Set.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football, so this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself.
Let's go now. Ready.
To a knee goes Love, and that should be that.
And there it is, the standard symbol. Taking a knee means that one team won, and the other one obviously lost the ball game. But now that team that won is 2-2. After the first 4 games, I think they're okay with a 2-2 start. Not overly happy, but at the same time, not depressed either.
You mentioned to me breaking down a season in quadrants. So the first quadrant is kind of a check, as you said, for okay. Not great, not bad.
Yeah, right now they're just holding serve. They look forward to their next 4. Maybe they can make a surge there.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for the Packers, it'll be a .500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.